blame, you mad it.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some me shit, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some me shit, stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Stacking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the farm, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. Take some me shit, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some me shit, stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ. I'm the team lead here, and this is our daily AMA and live detonator rollover event, as well as reactor. So, again, it's becoming a mouthful with everything we have going on in these AMAs, but we're happy to have you. We have another action-packed schedule today. Lots of updates, lots of alpha, and so yeah, make sure you stick around. We try to keep it to about 1 hour, so that we are respectful for everybody's time, but can still get all the info in. So, and I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. Bull, how are you, brother?
Hey, really good. I was wondering if we could have one of our longtime friends do the reactor rollover and just talk about it, because we haven't heard from him in a long while. So, Charlie, are you at work, bro? Can you rip off the reactor rollover for us? Uh-oh, maybe he's at work.
All right,
put him on the spot.
No worries. I know.
I have no power.
I know me and you are notorious for putting people on the spot. So no worries. I think we can handle it, Bull. Let me go ahead and pull up my capture. I'm ready to go here. 1 second. All right, I think we're good. Can you guys see it? Okay, hopefully. I think we're good. Hang on 1 sec. All right, almost. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. All right, I think we're good. Bull in LA, can you guys see it? Or anybody from the Army? We good? I just want to make sure we're streaming.
Yep, you're good.
All right, thanks. Awesome. And yes, I'm also joined by LA and a lot of our Army members. Again, congrats to LA. She is now officially part of our team. Listen to that AMA that we did yesterday for more info. And again, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell notification icon to be notified when we go live. And watch old AMAs. Again, we have all of our AMAs uploaded. There's a lot of great info in those. So make sure you look at some old videos as well. A ton of info to be had. So, all right, this is Reactor. We start all of our AMAs with Reactor rollover, and then we'll end on the Detonator rollover, and then all the alpha and the juicy details are in the middle here. So we have about 3 minutes left, or 4 minutes left, just under 4 minutes. So I'm going to go through this as fast as I can, and then we'll also do a full breakdown on Detonator at the very end. And Detonator and Reactor are exactly the same contract, only one is in EMP ETH LP, which is the Detonator, and this contract, Reactor, is in eShare BNB LP. So that is only the main difference. Everything else works identically. And Reactor is our proof of concept for Detonator as a service, which we'll talk a lot about here in a minute. So again, it's an ROI contract. That means you get in 365% back more of what you deposited over time. Right now, the daily APR, or daily burst, as we call it, is over 1% daily. That will come down over time, but right now is the best time to be in Reactor, that's for sure. And again, those deposits are in each Airbnb LP, which means we're adding locked liquidity to the protocol and deepening the overall liquidity on that pair. Your deposits are locked, so you're not able to take them out. But again, you get a little bit over time every single day back until you get to 365%. However, if you compound more than you claim, which we always recommend, not only are you going to ROI faster in terms of dollar value, but you're also never going to hit your maximum payout of 365%. So in reality, you can get much, much more than that. So, and again, I know Bull usually talk about the lottery. Can you do it in 1 minute? Go ahead, Bull.
Well, I'd like to do it justice, but I can't in 1 minute. But
All right.
the win it now is, well, sure, but the win it now is 2%, 2% of the pool balance. You deposit that. There's no competition. You get 2% of the pool balance matched to your 2% deposit. If that's not up your alley, there is the win it now, or excuse me, the largest depositor, up to 3% of the pool balance. We had something fairly close to that, a little bit under that yesterday, I believe. And so that winner got that matched up to 3%, like I said. And there was one winner yesterday, which is really amazing for that person and amazing for the contract because of the instant rewards. So yesterday, 3 really big winners within the reactor. So I think it's really amazing because there was a lot of talk about what people wanted in the contract, more winners, bigger prizes, and improvement on daily bursts. And those things happen. And there's been a lot of discussion about that. I think maybe that you probably are going to go into a little bit, maybe. I don't know what's on your agenda, but yes. I know that was a little point of conversation today.
Yep, for
sure.
So
good luck to everybody.
All right, we're going to talk all about daily burst for sure, Bull. So yes, and again, we'll go over all this even more in depth at the very end with Detonator because it's the exact same contract. So all right, 30 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Again, compound last minute. We're at 1.77 LP. Let's see if we get a larger snipe. If not, that would be an amazing win for that person today.
Oh my gosh!
Again, you want to cut it close, but not too close, because if your deposit doesn't go through, you don't get credit, and it goes could go to the next day. But it might hold up. Let's see. 1.7.
Holy cow!
It has 77 LP. 4,
3,
3 LP. 1, 0. Will 3 LP take it? Holy cow! Let me refresh.
I see a 5.19.
All right, I know we've been lagging a little bit here.
Let's refresh.
And yes.
Yeah, LA is right. We got a 5.29 that took it and a 5.19 just behind it, and then the 3.
Wow, amazing. So yes, let's look it up. And Joe, that voice with no name, that's Joe, one of our Army members. He's always here to help us look at the on-chain data. So, all right, let me get to that real quick.
And not just a regular average Joe, super powered Joe PV trader. So.
Yeah, exactly, Bull. So again, we can look at the on-chain data on BSC scan, or if you don't know how to read that, you can come to this button down here, view largest deposits. You go to yesterday, because technically the contract rolled over, so it would be yesterday, and then here you can see the different breakdowns. So yes, we saw 1.7, a 2.5, a 3, a 5.1, and a 5.2. So yes, amazing last minute volume. Again, somebody got sneaky. They thought they were gonna get away, but then the beautiful part of our contract is the game theory. of those largest deposits. So again, that is one of the major factors that drives traffic and volume into the contract, and that's how we're able to give away the rewards that we do give away, because the incoming volume is high enough to support that. So, all right, let me go ahead and pull up my desktop, and we will get into a bunch of announcements. LA, while I do that, is there anything you want to go over real quick? Maybe Digicon or Splinterlands related?
Sure. So I apologize to anyone who's heard this spiel for like 10 days in a row, but I'm going to say the same thing.
For sure.
We have Digicon coming up the 23rd to 25th of September. And we are going to have a huge presence there for EMP. It's an online digital conference where you can create your own avatar and network with all the other avatars there. And we're going to have our own EMP hall where AJ is going to be doing an AMA on the 24th at 3 p.m. We're going to be live streaming and showing videos on the walls of our hall throughout the rest of the weekend. And we're going to be at our platinum booth there and just repping EMP huge and just drawing as many eyeballs as possible to this amazing project, educating people, bringing them to our academy, to our website, and just showing as many people as possible how amazing we are, how amazing this project is.
Awesome, LA.
So make
Thank
sure to register now, and that way you can keep up with all the details as we get closer.
All right, killer, and we'll post all the links to that as well. So, all right, cool. Let me jump right in then. Before I get started, too, a lot of you may have noticed that there is a pop-up on MetaMask in regards to your RPC nodes. So, my philosophy is that if you're having issues with your gas or your transactions taking too long, then you're probably good to go in approving the new RPC or node basically that it pulls the data from. However, I haven't had any issues, so I just hit cancel, and my MetaMask is working fine. So again, it's not a scam. Be very careful with what you do. But yeah, changing RPCs is pretty standard. Again, it's just sometimes they get backed up and you have to switch to another RPC node to help your transactions go through. So if you have any more questions about that, feel free to reach out to one of our admins, but I wanted to address that as well. And you can look even on YouTube about Binance Smart Chain setting it up through your MetaMask. And there's plenty of resources that actually tell you what RPCs are working the best. So, all right, cool. Hopefully that helps. All right, the first thing is the MDB Infinity pre-sale. So I know a lot of you got up early today, me included. About 9 a.m. Eastern, we were all ready to roll, and unfortunately, MDB Infinity had to postpone their pre-sale until tomorrow. So again, it is a bummer. Obviously, it's never good when you announce a date and have to push it back. However, MDB and their entire team, they're incredible as far as making sure if they're going to do it, they're going to do it right. So rather than just pushing it through, and hoping for the best, they made that hard decision to hold off another 24 hours to make sure the pre-sale was absolutely perfect. So shout out to them. Again, I know it can be frustrating, but I would much rather have, everything be 100% than a possibility of something going wrong. So the new time now will be noon Eastern tomorrow. I don't know what that is in UTC. I think it's like
1600.
Yep, 1600 UTC. Thank you, LA. And there will be a YouTube pre-sale party again on the MDB YouTube channel about 30 minutes prior to that. Again, they moved it back a little bit later in the day, so it'll be easier for more people to get on. And yeah, we'll do it all over again tomorrow. Again, if you're on the whitelist, you should be good to go. You submitted your wallet address, and you need to have Phoenix Plus, which is the stable token in their ecosystem. That is what you need to have in order to buy into the pre-sale. So remember to grab that ahead of time, so you don't waste any time when the pre-sale goes live. And also, just a friendly reminder, we announced the NFT partnership with MDB. So it's a MDB EMP NFT. But those NFTs have nothing to do with the NFTs that they're launching in conjunction tomorrow. So they'll have a separate part that will be all Infinity NFTs. And again, those are rumored to sell out almost immediately. So if you want to buy those, again, make sure you're prepared. And everything that I said, if you go over to the MDB Discord channel, they're more than happy to help you get ready for tomorrow. So, and LA, we will have a post on all this as well, correct?
Yes, so there's going to be a post with the link to the YouTube party just before that, and then there's going to be another post with full instructions on how to purchase your Infinity and with the official link as soon as it comes out, so that it's pinned to our group and you know that that's the correct link, and you're not getting it from anywhere else.
Perfect. The post with the most.
Yeah, exactly. Bull, you're the host with the most, but LA does the posts with the most. Oh, that's funny. Right on. So yeah, and again, never ever take a DM. I know a lot of times scammers will actually send you a DM that would say, you're getting the pre-sale link early, and go to this site. Do not ever, ever, ever respond to DMs. That's a notorious scam around pre-sales. And make sure that you're either getting the link from our pinned messages directly, or through, again, that post that we make right before it goes live, or the EMP. I'm sorry, well, EMP as well, but the MDB or EMP Discord directly. So never ever follow a link that has been DM'd to you. Again, that's a notorious scam around pre-sales. So, all right, I think that was everything in terms of MDB. LA or Bull, anything else we need to elaborate on?
Nothing for me. I think we can get to some questions.
All right, yeah. Does anybody have a question in regard to the MDB pre-sale directly? Again, those of you that have been paying attention or reading our posts, through this MDB partnership, we are going to be having over $750,000 enter our ecosystem over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And it's just massively bullish for our PEG recovery, and the support in EMP ETH LP overall. So
One thing I just wanted to say, which I'm guessing will be one question that comes up, is we do not have the contract address yet. And typically that will come out after the pre-sale, just for safety purposes, to avoid scams once again. So as soon as we have that, we'll make sure to post that and pin it in all the official announcements, and you guys will be the first to find out once we have it.
perfect, awesome, LA. And yeah, one more thing too. This is just the pre-sale or the whitelist, so you will not be able to trade Infinity, or you may be able to buy and sell the NFTs, but I doubt anybody will be transacting in them until they have a value. But the point is that the contract and trading actually goes live on the 18th of September. So we'll do another announcement when that is closer. But if you missed out on the whitelist, the only way to buy Infinity is after the public sale, which again is on the 18th. And not financial advice, but even if you missed out on the pre-sale, I think there's some serious upside potential in Infinity. MDB, again, if you look that up, the MDB token has literally just gone up and to the right, and the Infinity token is the exact same code, but even more aggressive. So it could, obviously have the volatility of dropping more, but overall, if you have a long-term mindset, which we always recommend, it could potentially, have substantial amount of value in the future. So, all right, anybody have a question in regards to MDB? I think Vino Mystic was one, and I think maybe a DeFi Down Under. Yeah, okay.
DeFi Down Under, yep.
All right, DeFi Down Under, go ahead, brother, and then Vino after that. Oh, you have to unmute, brother. I don't know if you're there. All right, maybe a mistake. No worries, bro. If you want to ask a question, feel free to come back later. Vino, how about you, bro? Are you there?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, guys? You guys having a good evening?
Yes, bro. How are you? Long time no talk. I know you've been really active in all of our socials, but I haven't heard you on the AMAs lately, so it's good to hear from you, man. How are you?
Yeah, I've just been kind of hanging out on Discord and YouTube. I've been doing well. I did want to touch on the RPC thing real quick, which I think you guys covered really well. Jake gave the okay. But if anybody was ever curious, Randy posted this in Discord. You can actually go to chainlist.org to verify if the RPC URL is a verified one or not.
Awesome, bro. No, that's great info. And yes, I know that you can look through the Binance Smart Chain repository, but yeah, that chain list has a lot easier interface. And you can actually add other networks through chain list without having to research the RPCs. So yeah, awesome advice. And again, Discord, man, you guys are killing it over there. Telegram, we call that the pub or the club. That's usually where all the partying happens. But Discord is the library because there are so many resources on Discord through all the channels. And really, if you're not as familiar with DeFi overall or need a little bit extra help, please join the Discord channel. It's amazing over there. So yeah, thanks for all you do, Vino. You, Randy, Charlie, Joe, a lot of Machine Chan, a lot of OGs over on Discord.
And real quick, I did have another one. This was actually in, I don't know if Bull saw it or maybe someone else. Charlie was talking to him. This is from a user, and he's not understanding, I guess, maybe the benefits of Detonator V2 contract, and he thinks that V1 is better in terms of game theory because we saw higher volume come through with V1. Could you maybe go through a refresher, kind of like what you did with Yabonks on the AMA, and explain maybe why V2 is better and what benefits it has to bring towards EMP as an ecosystem?
Yeah, that's a great segue, bro. All right, so because yeah, that's the next thing on my list. If you do have any further questions about MDB, feel free to type it in the chat. But yeah, let's move on to this. So there has been a lot of discussion, especially on Telegram, over the last 24 hours in regards to exactly what Vino said, the V1 versus V2, as well as daily burst. So let me tackle both of that, and then Bull, I'll let you elaborate, and then maybe even Joe from a numbers perspective if I leave anything out. So so first things first, yeah, let's talk about V1 versus V2. So we did make a lot of changes and in my eyes upgrades to Detonator, and that is going from Detonator version 1 to Detonator version 2. And really, a lot of those changes were made in the goal of not only what the community wanted, but also for the longevity of the contract. So there has been some discussion that it lessens the game theory or incoming volume. However, I think it's more about timing, meaning we implemented these changes right before the Ethereum merge, uncertainty happened, right before another leg down with the CPI numbers and the overall economy. So I think people are trying to, associate the downside with the changes rather than just the overall market conditions. And yes, I mean, may it have reduced a little bit of the game theory as far as people trying to snipe? Yeah, it may have. However, it was a calculated risk that we implemented because it prevented people from getting a massive windfall by doing a very low snipe and still getting a massive, massive reward. So again, it may have slowed down the growth a little bit, but it made it way more sustainable. And at this point, it's about the sustainability of Detonator and making sure that we're able to grow in a much more sustainable manner. So that's number one. We also implemented a lot of other changes, including Chainlink VRF. There was some white hat hackers that were concerned about our actual randomness in the contract. Again, we wrote it from the ground up, and we we felt and we still feel like it was a good solution. However, the end all be all of true randomness is utilizing the Chainlink VRF. And we have now. So in Detonator version 2, it's live as we speak, and we will be having a partnership go live with Chainlink hopefully by the end of the month. Again, they're just waiting on being able to announce it, in conjunction with us because they have a lot more VRF partnerships than obviously we do. So again, all of that is in place. It's been in place from day one of version 2, and all of it is running through Chainlink for the most secure and provably fair draw on the random lottery. So yeah, that is really the changes from V1 to V2. And really, again, I mean, we saw incredible growth in Detonator for the last 7 months straight. Again, there has been no other ROI contract that had all-time highs literally every day for 7 months straight. So it was only natural that we start to see a pullback. And even at that, I mean, there's hundreds and thousands of dollars being claimed from Detonator every single day, yet we're still able to at least maintain the pool balance, or even if it's going down a little bit, it's still really healthy knowing that we're able to sustain the claiming as well. So I've never been more bullish on EMP as a whole, especially with Detonator, and now that we're launching Detonator as a service as well. And then the second thing was daily burst. And so I know, again, there still seems to be confusion, even after 7 months of talking about it daily, of why my daily burst is going down. And the short answer is it's 100% based on the pool share balance. So, and the daily volume. So, yes, we want to make it where if you're compounding, you're able to actually grow your daily burst. Absolutely. And once we're able to add rehypothecation to the LP, which, again, for those that don't know what that is, we're able to take the LP that is in Detonator, we're able to put it on the farm, we're able to then farm eShare tokens, and then put more LP by selling that eShare token into the pool balance. And that mechanism alone is what will cause Detonator to live forever. However, we have not been able to implement that yet because we don't want to dilute the farm for those of you that are in the farm. So we haven't even really seen the full potential of Detonator version 2, and I think people just are forgetting that. And so the other thing is just basic math on, when there's thousands of dollars entering the protocol every day, it's only natural that you're going to lose your pool share because you're not adding any fresh capital. You're only compounding. So there's a lot of different variables that, again, I mean, even me, I forget what to mention in the AMAs because the math is just so complicated based on what's happening. So, Bull or LA or Joe, any of you guys want to elaborate on either Detonator V1 to V2 or Daily Burst?
Yeah, I'll just mention, like everything you said is perfect, AJ, and I don't think it's ever been hidden that, you know, daily bursts can go up and down, and but that was a focus with V2, was to do everything possible to improve that. And I think something that might get lost a little bit in the weeds with that is that I've noticed a lot of people that, you know, talk about daily burst is when, you know, they see it going down. And we always kind of joke about this, haha, that daily burst, the people complain when daily burst is going down, but when it goes up, they disappear. And I don't know if it's like a genuine like question done in good faith, or it's a matter of fudding. I don't really know. I would hope that it's always a good faith question. Because everybody has an investment here. And I think the best way to approach that is, you know, questions that can, you know, maybe be done in good faith, and have that conversation in the main chat. Those are really constructive and helpful. But I'll just point out, like a 6-hour conversation about the same thing, I question if that was done in good faith, but because the questions have been answered. But I'm getting off track here a little bit. But the daily burst can go up and down, no problem. But where I was saying, I think a lot of people get lost in the weeds is that when they talk about that, they almost always neglect their LP growth. And you know, they're talking about a declining daily burst, but you know, we want the ability for that daily burst to move up and down, for your pool share to move up and down. And the reason for that is because there are a number of different mechanisms in there to keep sustainability. And clearly sustainability is really a firm emphasis on everything here, because you know, who wants a candle that burns super bright and it lights up for 3 seconds and then it's done? I would hope nobody. But if you can build a candle that can burn forever, or for a very long time, I think that's a better candle. And when we look at, you know, the V2 upgrades, there were a number of requests on what to address, and all of those things were addressed. And does that mean that daily burst is always going to go up? No, that is an impossible thing to prove or promise to people, because you don't know the state of the market. You don't know if people will deposit, they will claim, they will compound. And when one person says what they're doing, you could have a person who said they compound every single day and have never claimed. Well, it could be a person that claimed and missed 4 hours. And most people are aware that the bigger snipes come in the last minute. And so you might see a different you know, percentage as somebody who is started with the exact same amount as you, but they were always there and got all that last drop, you know, of those deposits. And so and it's important to take that all into context, right? And not compare yourself versus somebody else because you said you have been doing the exact same thing. Everybody's saying they compounded for the last 6 months. Well, that could be accurate, but compounding at different times has a different end result. And so the variables are different, just like the variables are different that will cause daily burst to go up and to go down, and for your pool share to go down. And it is possible for both those things under certain sets of conditions to go down at the same time and up at the same time, which is beyond the scope of this conversation. But the real point is that V2, as you said, AJ, rehypothecation hasn't been able to been put in play aside from, I think, 1 day or 2 days. And I believe we saw the highest daily pool balance ever in Detonator at like 118 under V2. And the first 4 or 5 days of V2 were incredible because people hit that win it now button, and there was a tremendous amount of volume that went into the contract. And I will point out something, that maybe hasn't been talked about a lot, but I believe like the ETH merge has played a tremendous role in people looking at claiming, people at breaking their LP. And I would almost bet you, that a lot of people after the merge happens will be right back here. They will plop that right back on the farm. And, we're going to see daily burst go up as a result of that. But the merge will have to happen, and the rewards for ETHW will have to happen. But people will come back here and they will pop on because it's a sustainable earner. And there are a lot of smart money knows that. And so they're taking advantage of what the volatility in the market. But don't let volatility in the market be, a catalyst for fear for you to do, to sell and lock in your losses at the bottom. Because that's what some people anticipate other people doing, and they take advantage of that. So, but to V2, everything was done and built in response to what the community wanted. And given, we kind of have a bit of a negative perfect storm, if you will. And that is the result of why people might see, like my burst going down. But please don't neglect that, like your LP, has, if you've been in it from day one, has probably gone up by a factor of 5. If you were just compounding every day. And I think that tends to get lost in the conversation. The idea of when you compound and how you compound, does play a role in that. But, past that, it is really important to not compare yourself versus other people. And if you have those questions, we should always make sure that, we're asking it to the best person that can answer it like in the most effective way without causing like any issues. Because, if somebody, just hypothetically, somebody of notoriety, came in and started causing FUD, that's going to have an effect on everybody's bag. And I think everybody is here to earn. And I don't want to say anybody comes with a bad faith, questions or anything like that. I've seen some people do that. And I usually try to just ask them in DM, like if I can be of help or anything like that. But the point is that we should be, all of us should be respectful of the other people, the other 5,000 people that are in Telegram, the 5,000 that are in Discord, and the thousands of people that have an investment here. And if you are unsure of something, you can ask a question, and I encourage you to ask questions about how something works. But, maybe if somebody can't explain it, or you can't understand that explanation, you kind of maybe take it up the food chain and message a team member and have them answer it for you. Because when there's a question, I'm just trying to talk about this incident that went on for 6 or 7 hours this morning, and it doesn't serve a good purpose for anybody. And I would encourage you to ask the question. If you can't get the answer that you want, you sort of take it to the top, and then you're going to get the answer that is going to or you are going to get a response that will answer your question. And that way it doesn't cause any, hard feelings between two people or multiple people in the channel. And nobody is here to, like hide how something works. Everybody wants to know, the best practices, and to know that you have to know how the system works. And then the people that are explaining it have to know how to explain it, in a way that is really effective for those people that have those questions to be able to understand it. And so I'm sorry for going off in the weeds a little bit there, but hopefully that's somewhat helpful.
No, that was great, Bull. And again, Joe, I don't know if you want to add, but there was something I wanted to say really fast. And Bull, you said it right there towards the end. This particular individual, and I think a lot of individuals that have an issue with daily bursts going down, even if they're claiming, they don't take into account two things. And this is not, again, to belittle anybody. Everything that we say here, is meant to help educate. And the other somewhat frustrating part for me is that these individuals never get on the AMAs and ask questions. So I can't give a great explanation, other than our Medium articles and our Academy to these. I mean, I would love to have these people get on and we can talk about it intelligently. But the two things they don't take into account is ROI is measured in dollar value, not in LP value. So when you're doing your calculations on, because let's face it, at the end of the day, the reason people complain about daily burst going down is because they're worried they're not going to be able to get their, ROI out of the contract or make money. However, Bull said it too. This particular individual also said that they 5x'd their initial deposit through compounding. So from a dollar perspective, not an LP perspective. And remember, as long as you're compounding more than you're claiming, you can potentially withdraw LP, for as long as the contract is going, which has a much larger ROI than 365. But again, when you're doing your math, do it based on your actual dollar value of what you deposited to what you've been able to withdraw so far, again, in a healthy manner. And what we suggest is when you do claim from Detonator or Reactor, if you put it in the farms, now you're able to add to your ROI potential through eShare, because really everybody should be measuring their ROI through eShare anyway, not through selling EMP and again breaking LP. So those are major factors. And again, I mean, I'm not here to give financial advice, but I would bet, I'm not a betting man, but I would bet to say literally if everybody took all of that into account, there's not one person that is not on track to ROI out of the protocol over the next, few months to a year. And we've always said that from the beginning too. You have to have a long-term mindset, and if you're claiming more than compounding, your daily burst will go down because your pool share will go down, while all the rest of us are compounding responsibly. And then the very last note I wanted to make is just, this is all with exposure to Ethereum. So right now, Ethereum is basically half price on what we launched the detonator at. So when we finally do recover the all-time highs of ETH, your LP is going to be worth an absolute mint. So that is where, again, all these like complaints or misunderstandings don't take any of that into account for what the future holds. So, all right, hopefully that helped. Bull, you want to add, or Joe? Sorry, man, I don't know if you want to add to, or anybody from the army.
Yeah, sure. I'll just throw in some of my thoughts to add to Bull and yours. But yeah, I mean, we have to admit, markets overall have been brutal. And even though we're below peg, we are extremely healthy. You always talk about that liquidity, and we have massive liquidity. There's no other fork that comes close. And I think people forget about that. And the math is very transparent. A lot of people, what's causing the pool balance to drop, and why is the daily burst going down? But pool balance grows at a slower rate. When it grows at a slower rate than the total deposits, the mathematics throttle that APR, and the pool balance will grow when the community's deposits as a whole, the deposits and compounds are greater than claiming. It's really that simple. And then with V2, we got rid of the days where two people, the largest depositor and the random lottery winner, could win with $100 snipe and get 1,000 LPs, not $100, 100 LPs and win 1,000 LPs. That's amazing. But that overall will reduce the daily burst, because again, that money has to come from somewhere. So even today, giving out 300, you have to realize that's over $12,000 for that one person that wins. And we have two winners, and some days we have more. So it's still a ton of money. I think what happened is people got used to insane money with low amounts, and they feel like that was taken away. The protocol isn't renounced thank God, because if it was, we couldn't make changes as needed. And that's what you want. You want to be able to tweak things. You want to make enhancements. You want to make adjustments to keep it sustainable, because at the end of the day, it's all about sustainability. And, you know, there's a lot of things hitting us at the same time. You've got the markets. We also, V2 lost some attention because of Reactor, and that's the reality. Reactor's the new kid on the block. It's the shiny object. Everyone wants to get into it. I jumped into it. Bull, you jumped into it. AJ, you made that huge deposit initially and took a 50% haircut because of your share. Many people raced into that position by claiming from their detonator rewards, and then they swapped it for the BNB eShare LP. And so that too had an effect on you know, the pool balance. And that's just a reality, because people with no funds or limited funds were scavenging ways to get it. At the end of the day, do you want Detonator or Reactor to just pay out 1% a day, even though we never promised that? It looks great on the surface, but that's not sustainable. If there is a large number of people that are claiming, or we don't get fresh deposits, you're going to want the system to adjust so that the sustainability is going to be there. Because at the end of the day, this isn't a race about who can get in and get out first. That's other protocols. Crazy APRs, put your money in, get out as fast as you can, and the majority of people get screwed. This is a totally different concept. It's about sustainability. It's about being able to put in LPs and compound them, meaning you're earning free money, and then be able to withdraw them on a responsible basis that keeps that ball rolling. And that's why we always push the 6-1 and 5-2 plan. So on the surface, V2 seems to have a correlation of lowering peg, but V2 came just in time to make it more sustainable. It would have been sustainable without it, but this just further bolsters the whole contract. The timing was off, so it seems like it's a correlation, but correlation and causation are two different things. The proof in the pudding is if you look at Reactor. Reactor has V2 systems put in place from day one. It didn't have to go through a evolution. So Reactor has been growing. I mean, we see that when it now get hit multiple times, we see snipes going in constantly. The pool balance is growing. Everything is doing really well in there. If we did the same thing from the start with Detonator, we would be in a different position today. We're not in a bad position. I mean, there's an insane amount of LPs in there, and you want that. And that's what the APR adjusts for. And when people's behavior change and we get through this market sentiment and the transition from Ethereum, all that is just causing noise in the system, and people are forgetting that. And like you said, if people have been compounding, and, you know, hats off to you and everybody that's been compounding heavy or never claiming, because you see the long-term vision. I mean, people are between 4 and 6x of their original position. If those people, and you want to start doing a 5-2 strategy, you can do that. You can still grow your LP balance. You can claim those and put them into the farms, get back what your initial deposit was, and you can do that in a few months, 6 months or less, by doing a 5-2, and you still have a massive LP bag that's slowly growing in the background. So we have that nice new chart that's in Detonator and Reactor. That chart is really powerful. It's still kind of new, but it's pretty accurate for Detonator now. You should be able to see how your pool balance, your personal balance, I'm sorry, is growing. And even though your daily burst might have throttled back, you're playing with LPs that came out as interest. It's not money you had to put in. So if you're happy with your balance where you are now, start doing a 5-2. But to just go in and claim like crazy and cause FUD, that doesn't help the problem. It's just going to slow the throttle back. And that's what you want, because you want the sustainability. So the short-term effects is all going to level out. Reactor is amazing because it's locking up that eShare liquidity, and that in turn will help stabilize the eShare. I know we had a massive sell, But I think that might be the last of the whales. Charlie or anyone else can verify. But yeah, they exited position, and that's fine. It dropped the price quickly, but now we've gotten rid of those speculators that just want to come in and dump on the community. Now we can all get in at a great e-share price. We can put it in a protocol like Reactor and grow it at a 365 ROI. And over time, it's going to be amazing. So I think we all just need to ride out these bumps in the road and just get back to what has been put together by AJ and the team. So the short-term effects, to me, I just ignore the noise, because long-term, I know that this protocol is going to be here tomorrow and the next day and the next month. And it has to. We have so many massive things being put in place, so much money coming into the system. But the problem is it's not coming in fast enough for people to see it. You just need to be patient. Give it a few weeks. Peg will recover. We will have more people coming in. It's just so much hitting us all at once. And I think people just need to take a little break and just realize this is the most amazing protocol out there. I have a massive amount of money in here. I can count on one hand of maybe people that, would have more. So I am heavily invested, and I am not scared. I am not nervous. I'm happy to be here. I bought more e-shares last night, like I said, and I'm going to stay here because this is the best place in DeFi, I feel, and I have no intention of leaving it. I am not scared one bit. If anything, I'm actually really excited to be able to grow my bags in this type of environment where everything else is just ugly. So thank you, AJ and the team. That's all.
Amazing. Listen to that. That is the perfect good acting whale giving you the script of exactly what to do. Thank you, Joe. Perfect.
Yes, I could not have said it better myself, Joe. And again, I think we're so used to protocols that have ulterior motives, that you hear people say exactly what Joe said, and you say to yourself, man, that can't be true, or, that this guy has an ulterior motive. And I can promise you, based on math alone, and that's why we always encourage you, look on chain, look at the data. Data does not lie, math does not lie. And everything that we're saying has been what we've said from day one. So again, it's just a little frustrating that we have to deal with this sometimes, but that's what we signed up for. So again, I don't want to, make it sound condescending. We're not going anywhere. Obviously, I understand some concerns, but if you follow up your concern with, I don't have time to join the AMAs, or I don't have time to read the white paper. That to me, that gives me a free pass, in that we can't help everybody. So again, you got to invest in your investment, and those of you that are doing that are having massive gains. So and like Joe said, I mean, again, I know for me personally, even if I wasn't a team member here at EMP, like, all my funds would be in EMP anyway. So there really is, it's industry leading returns with exposure to ETH. And, all this uncertainty around the merge, nobody ever talks about the potential pump that could follow this merge. I mean, everybody thinks it's going to dump, which it may very well do. But over the long run, ETH actually becomes deflationary, and that really could do wonders. And we're seeing ETH dominance continue to rise against BTC. You hear me say all the time, the best advertising is a giant green candle. Well, imagine the advertising when Ethereum flips Bitcoin. I mean, it will be over every news, your grandma will be asking you about Ethereum. And, when that happens, the numbers just get mind-boggling. So again, not financial advice, do your own research, make your own decisions, push your own buttons, but, we're giving it to you on a silver platter. All right, and we're running out of time a little bit here. Let me do a few more updates, and then we'll take some questions, and then LA, we'll do the golden ticket giveaway after the rollover today again. But one thing too, I didn't even say it on stream yesterday because I wasn't paying attention. But the Treasury wallet won the lottery yesterday. So congrats to all of you, because again, that Treasury wallet will always compound and not pull profits. So if the Treasury wallet is the winner, it's essentially giving the entire lottery balance or winning back to the pool, which makes again it even more sustainable. And on the advertising front, again, we've had an amazing run of AMAs. I've been busting my ass on these AMAs, and we've had three absolutely incredible AMAs this entire last week. The very first one was with Crypto Wealth. We did a real deep dive. We had one launch earlier yesterday with Ebunks. And that video is pretty much going viral. He only has about 2,000 subscribers, and there's already about 4,000 views on that video. And that video really does a deep dive about who I am. So if anybody has concerns on the team, please go watch that video. It'll give you a lot more background into me. And then today with Jonathan Seller, had another amazing video AMA with him just a few hours ago. So please make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing to all those videos. Again, Dev, when marketing, well, we're marketing every day, and we're only going to continue to grow. So, all right.
I just want to say in the Yabonks one, there's some really cool photos that even when you've told your story before, I've never seen. And when they popped up, I was just like, no way, this is so cool. So I won't tell you what they are because obviously you have to go watch the video, but just know that it's pretty freaking cool.
Amazing, LA. Yes, thank you. So I know, again, I've talked about my story over a few AMAs here in the community, but this really did a deep dive on my background, who I am, and yeah, like LA said, there's picture proof. It's something we
He's
can't make up.
Batman.
Yeah, exactly, Bull. That's it. Yeah, just call me Batman. All right, awesome. And again, before we get into Detonator, one last thing, and we're also going to give away some tickets as well after the rollover. But we have a major announcement coming tomorrow. It will be it'll be the biggest Detonator as a service partnership that we could have ever hoped for. And once you guys hear it, it's going to blow your mind. So we're going to announce it tomorrow, but it doesn't go live until the following week. So you have plenty of time to accumulate the LP that will be needed. We'll have a full white paper released and a full announcement from both sides. That will be, again, going live next week. And then the following week, which we've already announced, our second Detonator as a service partner, and that is XRow or Grow DeFi, the same guys behind Perps and Hypermine. Their native token will be the second in line for a Detonator as a service, and that will be going live at the end of the month. So the first two Detonator as a service revenue streams will be live by the end of this month. So we're not talking months, we're talking days and weeks. So again, for those that can just be a little more patient, we'll see a lot more momentum as we get through all this. So, all right, LA or Bull, you want to say anything while I pull up the Detonator? Give me a minute here. I don't want any dead air. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, just follow the script, people. Nothing, the economics haven't changed here. You can always earn in the farm, the Detonator, the reactor, protect that LP, giving you amazing opportunities. And, as Joe so deeply dove there in the few minutes he was on, we have to use the system, that's in place, and we're getting hit from all those sides, right? It's kind of a negative perfect storm, if you will, right now. And if we just keep working the system, eventually we'll push the ship through that storm and then come out the other side. And once we come out the other side, I think we're going to see the resolve that people have, like, oh, okay, this was my first month in DeFi or crypto, and I was really scared. And I'm sure there are a number of people out there, or people that, you know, the first year or two here, and it was, you know, it's scary. But when we push through the storm, like, that's going to be able to compound a little bit in you, right? And compound that resolve and make you understand that it's fear that causes people to lock in those losses. And when nothing has changed here, and, you know, the team is working diligently, you know, to make sure that everybody has the utmost opportunity, and with a focus on sustainability, but the ability to earn in multiple ways. And, you know, not least, you know, last but not least, you know, to recover peg. And that is it's a project, right? But you can still earn here. And, you know, when we utilize that reactor, the gains that it has, and the ability to protect that LP, you're going to see a dramatic shift in that price of eShare alone, and then the eShare LP, and putting that to work, you know, like Joe mentioned, yeah, he bought some. I mean, it's criminally low, and being able to put that to work right now and earning for you every day, I think a lot of people in a month, 2 months, are going to be like, oh shit, I wish I would have jumped in. Not financial advice, of course. You have to push your own button and make your own choices. But the people that really jump in and start earning eShares or buying them, I think at the end of the day are going to, you know, be very happy that they did, because we've been through this situation a number of times in the past. We didn't have Reactor to multiply your gains or protect this side of the ecosystem. We do now. And I think that there's going to be a lot of happy people, you know, down the road. And so just keep compounding, keep working the farms, keep working the system, and don't give in to fear.
Awesome, Bull. Well said, brother. So this is it. Detonator is up now on our stream. And really, too, we didn't even mention this in the AMA yet, but the markets are absolutely destroyed today. So ETH alone is down about 15% over the last 24 hours. So it really always seems like, you know, the most negativity or the most questions come when the market is red or down, or things are looking bad. And that is just human nature. But if you can control yourself and get away from that mentality, you know, you can make massive gains. Because, again, not financial advice, but when there's blood in the streets, that is when you want to be buying tokens, blue chips, EMP, you know, eShare. I mean, again, not financial advice, but that is really where the gains are made. And again, I can tell you that firsthand. So, all right, without further ado, this video does such a great job. We're going to start getting in the habit of showing it. And then we'll go into a little more detail about what Detonator is. And again, those of you, this video right here that you click, that's a great way to introduce Detonator to other people as well. So, all right, here we go. This is Detonator.
Welcome to the Detonator. The Detonator is a system to multiply your Ethereum and EMP by 365%, while providing 5 ways to earn: a daily largest depositor prize, a daily lottery prize, a daily burst based on your deposited amount, instant rewards from all new deposits, and a Win It Now button. Every day, right after the detonation countdown ends, the largest depositor prize is awarded. Huge sums are at stake as investors bid against each other to see who will come out on top. At the time of detonation, the winner receives a massive 100% bonus on their deposited amount. At the same time, the lottery winners are drawn. The number of winners and the prize amount is determined by the largest deposit. To participate in the lottery, you can deposit new funds or compound your earnings to receive up to 100 lottery tickets per day. The more tickets, the higher your daily chance of winning. Attached to these incredible ways to earn is your daily burst. Your daily burst is based on the amount you have deposited and is paid out continuously toward your maximum ROI. The instant rewards feature rewards you every time someone else makes a deposit, which can often yield some surprising bonus profits. Now, if you don't like the idea of competing with others for the largest depositor prize, the Detonator also features a Win It Now button. This button allows one user per day to win a guaranteed 100% bonus by depositing the equivalent of 2% of the total pool balance. Investing has never been this much fun. After the detonation, the detonator resets and a new cycle begins. That means all unclaimed rewards will roll back into the pool. So make sure to claim or compound your earnings at least a few minutes before the rollover. You may miss a day of rewards, but you won't lose any money. Your time to reach your maximum payout will just be slightly delayed. Furthermore, by compounding your earnings, you can increase your maximum payout limit exponentially, while also being rewarded with another 20% bonus. All these systems combined make the Detonator truly revolutionary, and one of the best passive income tools available today.
Alright, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. Man, every time I watch that video, I get energized. So yeah, that is the power of Detonator. And right now, we're seeing amazing results, even with the pool balance, going down slightly. We're still over 108,000 LP. That's about $4.4 million in the contract. And like Joe said earlier, between this and the farms, we still have over $10 million, maybe a little bit less now that ETH took a dump, but close to $10 million of total liquidity in the protocol, which is just insane. I mean, most other DeFi projects, let alone Tomb Forks or other more mainstream projects, they're lucky if they have $1 million of liquidity, and we have almost 10 times that amount. So that's how powerful this contract is. So, all right, we have about 1 minute and 26 seconds left. Again, the other way to maximize your daily burst is winning the lottery. So that's another reason why you want to maximize your tickets every single day, because there's no better way to increase your daily burst than getting a lottery win, or again going for that win it now. And everybody says, well, that means Detonator's a whales game, but really, you want the whales here, because that way the contract will actually pay out over the long run, the rewards that you're able to accrue, with a lot less risk of the contract draining. So, all right, 44 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Make sure you compound. We have a 24 LP snipe at the moment. We'll see if that holds up. Today's lottery prize is $12,223. So good luck. Here we go. 30 seconds. Will 24 LP hold up? We'll see. If it does, that'd be amazing. All right, 20 seconds. Good luck, everybody. If you are the winner, we'd love to hear from you on Telegram or any of the comments celebrating your win. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, will 24 take it? 2, 1, 0.
220.
All right, amazing, LA. Sorry about that, guys. When I'm streaming, the internet definitely lags. So let me go ahead and refresh. All right, it sounds like we had a 220 at the very end there.
Oh, there's a bigger. Wait, hold on. Oh no, that was it. 220.41.
All right, thanks, LA. Let me refresh one more time. All right, the contract, again, we do use VRF services from Chainlink, so it has to call that random number generator, and so it does take a while for the contract to roll over and do all the calculations it needs to do. So let me go down and we'll look at the daily largest. or you can view it right here. Go to yesterday. And there you have it. So a 7, a 20, a 24, and then a massive 220 at the end. So again, another awesome day here in Detonator. The pool balance again is almost back to 110,000 LP. You know, that's about 2,000 LP difference over the last hour. Because again, everybody waits till the very end to compound to maximize their rewards. And you know, I know there was also a lot of discussion today about, potential auto compounders. We're definitely looking into that. I mean, you know, we're going to be super careful because it's very, very important to the sustainability of the contract that if you do not claim or compound, your rewards are given back to the pool. Um, Again, it's not really a tax because you're still entitled to that money. It's simply a time delay. So if you forget to claim or compound, it's only your ROI is extended by an additional day. But again, this is very, very important with the game theory of what we've seen, where you can't just let your rewards stack up and then dump on all of our heads, which we've seen in many other ROI platforms. So again, the more engaged you are, the more money you can make. But we know that, medical things, medical emergencies, family obligations, we understand all that comes up, different time zones. So we are working on a solution over the next few months that could alleviate that without hurting the contract whatsoever. So, all right. And then we're going to give away some tickets. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Give me one more minute. Buller LA, anything you want to say? Go ahead.
Just good luck to the graduates.
Yeah, I don't know if Kirk is here. It'd be cool if he was on. He could give us an update. I think we have over 300 graduates now in the academy. Oh, there he is. Perfect timing. Go ahead, Bull. Will you let Kirk come on?
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, right on, Kirk. How are you, brother? Welcome. Awesome, bro. Let me let me go ahead and get the Wheel of Fortune pulled up, and yeah, give us an update on graduates, signups, and of course, DeFi debrief. So yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. We don't have quite as many as graduates, as you said. We have 562 people, learners in the system right now, with 186 of those graduating. It slowed down the last day or two in terms of new people coming in, but the graduation number obviously is continuing to go up because people finish over time. So we're doing good. We're doing good, and so that's the numbers there. And as far as DeFi debrief is concerned, we had, we took a week off with the holiday. We had a new DeFi debrief yesterday. I think people were refreshed about having it back because the numbers were really good. And people seemed to be into it, and we packed in a lot. It was the longest DeFi debrief episode, coming in at 6 minutes plus. So
right on. I know you've been a goal of keeping around 5 minutes, Kirk, but sometimes there's just so much info you can't get it all in, man. Welcome to my life.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, as we've moved through this, and I've learned a lot doing it, I'm thinking that once Impulse becomes a reality, I'm thinking that I might still have a DeFi debrief every week, but that I'll switch back and forth between EMP and Impulse, is what I'm thinking now.
For sure. Or maybe a 2 DeFi debrief a week. You don't know, man. If we can get your numbers up, it'll make it worth your while. Yeah.
Don't say that.
I know. I always love adding more to your plate, bro. Yeah.
Anyway, so everything's been great. Episode 13 is out. We'll have another one on Monday. There's been a ton to cover, so that's been great. So
Awesome. All right, Kirk. Well, amazing job. Again, not only did Kirk spearhead the entire new academy, but he also built this giveaway machine that we're going to do. So over the next 2 weeks, I think we're on day number 4. We're going to be giving away 5 golden tickets every single day from the Willy Wonka of DeFi here. And what that means is if you've completed the academy and gotten your certificate, then you can link your wallet address. Again, never give your private keys, just your public wallet address. Then you're eligible to win 1 ticket added to your detonator eligibility. So again, give us about 48 hours. Sometimes we don't have time to put it in for the current rollover, but you will be getting that ticket if you're a winner. And this is something we're able to do manually in the contract. However, to avoid any potential FUD, if one of those tickets were to win, you would be able to see through these videos what address was the winner. Again, we just don't want to, there is no deposit trail because there's no money going into Detonator that gets these tickets. They're simply giveaways. But again, in the in the vein of full transparency, if there is a ticket that wins without a deposit history, it will be coming from these videos. So just want to make sure we're all on the same page. All right, awesome. Let me pull it up here. Give me one more moment. We'll get the reel going.
I will also say, AJ, while you're doing that, that we've had a really good uptake of people putting their wallet addresses in, and I encourage you to do so if you haven't done it yet, because this is just the first of many things. The Academy itself is going to be giving away stuff, and we're going to do it always on this wheel since it works real well as a real random way to be able to reward people. So get your wallet in there. You have to be graduated too, but this is just the first of the giveaways. There's going to be a lot more to come downstream.
All right, perfect. All right, I think we're good to go. Give me 1 minute. And correct me if I'm wrong too, Kirk. This updates in real time. So if you are a winner, you will be removed from the eligibility. However, on the very last day of our giveaway, which again will be in about another 10 days or so, we're giving away a massive 40 or 50 tickets. So on the last day, you will be eligible all over again as well. So that gives you the next 10 days to finish the academy and get credit. I mean, again, if you happen to win with one of these tickets, that's potentially over $10,000 that you've been paid to complete the academy. So I don't know what more incentive we can give, but there you go. So all right, here we go. Let's pick 5 winners. Good luck, everybody. All right, J.O. is the first winner. Yeho, FAB, congrats. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, Academy, which means they didn't put their name, which is totally fine. If you're not comfortable putting your name, you can put your address. All right, so that's number 2. We got 3 more. Good luck. Again, another Academy, FAB5. 2 more.
Yeah, I'll also mention to people there, we've added another area where you can put in your Discord and Telegram user handles there. And for those of you particularly who are working on Discord, you might want to do that because they're doing some stuff over there where they can identify you that way.
All right, awesome, Kirk. And yeah, it also seems like we're running a little more smoothly. So again, you worked out all those bugs. I don't want to talk too soon here, but all right, here we go. 2 more. Pumpkin is the winner. That's a very apropos name, considering what holidays are coming up. All right, and then one more. All right, there it is. Flawlessly. I didn't have to hard refresh once. Great job, Kirk. All right, Lawrence, there you go. C, 8C1C. All right, so there's our 5 winners. Congrats to all of you. Again, we'll do this every day for the next 10 days. And on the very last day, we'll have a mega giveaway with over 40 or 50 tickets. We may throw in a few extras if I'm in a good mood. But that's going to be massive, and that gives you, again, the next week to complete our academy. We had over 4,000 signups on our original academy, so we have plenty of room to grow. Again, even if you're an OG member, I would highly recommend completing the academy. It will not only help you, with some things as a refresher, but it's also very powerful with maximizing your earnings in EMP. So, all right, let me pull up my desktop, and then Bull, I have time for like 1 or 2 last minute questions. Do we have anybody, or go ahead, Bull?
So, Corndog says he's going on vacation, but he can't get Ledger MetaMask to work on mobile. What should somebody like that do?
That would be a really good question for Joe. Joe, I don't know if he's on still.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Yeah, so Ledger and Trezor currently do not work with MetaMask Mobile. So you have a couple of options. If you have an old cell phone that you can factory reset, you can install a software on there. We have the directions. It's called Air Gap Vault, and it turns that second phone into a hardware wallet and will allow you to safely do your compound or anything else in DeFi. Other than that, I mean, if you install MetaMask without a hardware wallet, you are taking a small risk. It's not as big as people think, especially if you don't load any crap on your phone. But yes, the risk is still there. So I'm not condoning that, but some people do that. A more safe option that's still risky is to take a phone, reset it, and just install MetaMask on it, and don't do anything else on that phone. But that's not a long-term solution, and you still aren't protected by a hardware wallet. But it's better than just having it on your everyday phone. Other than that, you can buy a Keystone. Keystone works extremely well. I don't know how soon your vacation is. You may have to wait for that to come in. So AirGap's probably the fastest way to be very safe.
All right, there you hear it. Again, Joe, I mean, I use, again, a hardware wallet, but Joe is our expert in helping you guys set all that up. And there is full tutorials on all of this on our Discord channel. Again, Discord is, the guys over there absolutely killed it. I mean, I have never seen so many free resources on Discord in my life that what we have in Discord. So, please.
It's better than most paid groups, to be honest.
It really is, Bull. I know we talk about that a lot, but what we're giving away for free every day, other people charge thousands of dollars for this info, and honestly, it's better info than what you could be paying for. So, again, I mean, we're all about giving value, not extracting value, and I will do everything in my power to continue to prove that day after day after day through EMP. So, all right, awesome. And again, speaking of resources, if you're looking to get into Splinterlands, we actually have a paid coach over on Discord as well. So make sure you join those sub channels for more info on how to get started over on Splinterlands. We're working on even more training in regards to Splinterland, so make sure you sign up to all the email lists to be the first to know about those as well. So a big day tomorrow as we wrap up here today. Again, please pay attention tomorrow in regards to the MDB Infinity presale. If you have a whitelist spot, we're giving that over the last few days through either VIP or through EMP directly. You're on the list. And now tomorrow you have to actually buy your spot. So again, it's in intervals of 1,000 or 5,000 or less. Obviously, those are the maximums. And you also want to have Phoenix Plus, which is the stable token of the MDB ecosystem. One of them, they have MDB Plus and Phoenix Plus. They're choosing Phoenix for this one. And all of this is in our pinned messages on Telegram and Discord on how to, again, get prepared for tomorrow. And then noon Eastern or 1600 UTC, the pre-sale will go live. They have a hard cap of 1.5 million, which sounds like a lot, but over the hype that this has been getting, we could see it sell out in a matter of hours. So if I were you, I would be ready to roll right when it happens. And join us about a half an hour early. I will be on a launch party, a pre-launch party for MDB. I'll be on with James Pelton, a lot of big heavy hitters that'll be there on the watch party ahead of time. So again, we'll post links to all this as well as the direct link to contribute. Do not fall for any scams, and let's kill it together. Getting early access, again, another value add for being part of EMP. We cannot, we cannot kill it any harder as a community than what we have been doing. And again, even if you missed the pre-sale, it will be live on the 18th of September. And again, not financial advice, but I would not sleep on MDB Infinity, and not only from a potential earning perspective, but also for supporting it because they'll be making a massive cash injection into EMP. So, all right, awesome. Bull, any last words? Again, before we go to the gallows, but no, any final comments, brother, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just, I mean, keep farming, believe in yourself, work the system, and, we'll row right out of the storm at some point. And, you're going to have the conviction of having been through that storm, and the next time, we hit a storm, which inevitably happens, remember, because it's up and down, will inevitably hit that. You will be the person reassuring that person that is fearful the next time around.
I love it, Bull. Again, the infinite wisdom from the one, the only Bull Gates. Love you, brother. Always happy to have you as my co-host with the most. So, all right, everybody. Again, get ready for a big day tomorrow. Everything with MDB and MDB Infinity and our very large Detonator as a Service partner will be announced tomorrow. It will blow your socks off. So get ready. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good day. See you tomorrow. Bye.